Hey there, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Sherm here, the Crazy Asian. So let me kind of give you a recap there. End of the year, taking some days off for vacation, and also my wife due with a little baby girl. And so on the end of the year, my wife gave birth to little Mia. And so we were super excited about that. And then the cool thing is the organization I work for had some paternity leave. So I then was off for 2 weeks. So thought that would put the old Crazy Asian podcast vlog, on a little bit of a break, just based on me being able to focus in on being able to be there for the fam. So that was really nice. Have 4 sons and then a daughter, and so never had paternity leave before. Anytime that I did it before, I was actually an agent, so I had a little bit of freedom, but still had to go into the office just based on kind of how things were. So it was very, very awesome to be able to be there and be a part. And so then first day back was officially on the 14th of January. That day was a Thursday. So the culture that we're in is a very heavy email culture. So there was a lot of time spent like responding to emails that Thursday. Jumped in on a few meetings, a few coaching sessions, and then one call face to face, one-on-one with Matt, getting back in the swing of things. And then Friday was our kickoff meeting. So every year and in January, I like to have a kickoff meeting, kind of a theme of the year. This one was from the great quote by Brene Brown called Daring Greatly. She's taking, it's the name of her book, but then what she did is she took that phrasing from Teddy Roosevelt quote about those that are in the arena that are toiling with sweat and blood and going after it are the only ones that matter in regards to the critiquing of their life. Actually, I'll do the quote here a little bit later. And then, so that was the theme for 2021. Was able to have the corporate office partners, one on practice development. So what he spoke about was being able to leverage a couple of our tools there. Specifically, one of our tools, it's a fact finder, asking good questions, listening, digging in, and then showing how that applies, connecting the dots to the actual software tool that we have to be able to create that output. Another person came and she spoke about the professional development from the perspective of accountability. And being able to make sure that you own it. It reminded me very much of the Oz principle. And the other one was being able to control your mindset and perspective. So accountability and mindset. And so that was what she spoke about. And then we reviewed the successes of 2020. The theme of 2020 was consistency, and so we had some great advisors. Actually, the number 1, 2, and 3 were the most consistent of the team, and some, kind of no surprise either. 1, 2, and 3 were also the top producers. So that consistency of submitting business every single week also then translated to top success and overall results in commissions and sales for the year. So that's of no surprise, but it's nice to see that reiterated to the overall group. And then after that, was able to have a couple one-on-ones, and then was able to kind of catch up with email, but still ended up rocking out. Thursday I was done at I think like 6, and then Friday same thing around 6 or so, just because there was just so much to catch up with and get done from the perspective of just, so it's not just emails, it's the reading of emails, right? So I need to know what's going on in that content, what people are saying, and ultimately what do I need to respond to? What do I need to save? What do I need to print out from that perspective? And then Monday was Martin Luther King Day, and so that was nice to be able to spend time as a family and just hang out. And then it's still COVID-19, right? So we're dealing with that. It's January 20th right now. Today's Wednesday. In Houston, we're still at a level red, which means that they're still encouraging us to minimize our contact outside of essential activities. So really, go to the office, as needed. But then if you're going to go out, make sure it's only for those things that you need crucially, like groceries and medicines and maybe eating. But the idea of gathering in large groups is strongly discouraged. Wearing a mask is mandated as part of the process. I will say though, most places here in Houston, I actually haven't seen one yet, are requiring masks. So all the businesses require masks, even if it's not, even though it's mandated by the county, Harris County here in Houston, it's still being required. By all the businesses. So even if you quote unquote didn't want to wear a mask, you're being asked to wear a mask anyway in order to patron at these places of business. And so right now in Houston specifically, we're because we have such a huge hub of medical personnel. Literally a part of the Houston area is called the medical corridor. So there's a bunch of hospitals and clinics in a specific area of town. And with that, there's the healthcare providers are the ones that receive the vaccine, and then now we've got the supply to hit some of the people up that are a little bit more at risk. So those, I think it was basically those that are 65 and up, and those that were in nursing facilities, and then the employees, and of course the residents, because a lot of them are 65 and up. That's what they're focusing in on right now. The Houston Texans stadium, called the NRG Stadium, where the Houston Texans play, actually opened up to be able to the parking lot, huge parking lot, to do a drive-through vaccine. So everyone was already had an appointment to get that and go through. So that'll be good, as I think that'll help kind of get us a little bit beyond the situation. And then on Tuesday, so back in the office, it felt much like a Monday from the standpoint of getting things situated for the upcoming week. Had a coaching session with one of new reps. Had one come on this January, so getting him all situated. Very excited for his success. And then had another coaching session, leadership call, and then was planning out the upcoming week and weeks. So the team meeting, moved that to 10 to 11. So that way I can have enough time to be able to get some of the results of the previous week, and again putting a little bit more emphasis on where people are in regards to the results, making sure that they're achieving the goals that they want to. And so it's just a continuation of 2020 from a work standpoint. I will, so kind of from a process standpoint, still rocking out Monday to Friday, working from home. Was able to go to the office, grab my docking station, and I have a couple of screens, so actually now 4 if I include the laptop. So, and then have an L desk, so put that actually in the boys' room, and my because my sons, they're schooling downstairs. They're schooling from home during these times, and so I'm upstairs, and just wanted to make it, before I was at the kitchen table, and so just wanted to make it a little bit more not so much of an eyesore with all my stuff, kind of papers and computer screen and stuff just laying out there. So we moved that with the 3 boys schooling from downstairs. And then typically on Wednesdays I'll come into the office. Today I need to grab a bunch of booklets and there's some mailers that I need to get mailed out to the team that was sent to us by one of our partners from the home office, and then someone over at Tailored Wood, Eldon, he actually sent me a beautifully handcrafted pen. So that was super thoughtful, and so grateful for that. And so I'm going to go pick it up here. It should be pretty cool. I'll show that to you as well. And then let's see, after that, then I go and run the Biz Talk with Sherman. Still rocking that at the Now Media studio. We've always recorded it, so that would be nothing different that it's now showing on TV. It's just that from a distribution perspective, it won't just be online. It'll be available on the television and the live format there, which is kind of cool. And then let's see, we got still rocking out from a marketing standpoint. My podcast, not doing it daily. I want to shift more towards that, to do the daily. Looking to do some seminars. So looking at when I can do that on a regular basis, and then finally what Julie and I can do. So the seminars are going to focus on financial strategies, so the work. The other one is Julie and I talking about how to get hired in 2021, some different strategies, how to build an inclusive, diverse population, and then continuing to work at coaching, getting the team up and running. That is probably the most important piece right now in terms of development, is getting that team growing and hitting the results that we needed to be hitting. So it's been good. So there's the recap. I'll share with you Brene Brown, and also I'll show you that cool pen. Talk to you soon.